Let's set the stage. On one side, we have Israel, a relatively small but technologically advanced nation, situated on the eastern coast of the Mediterranean Sea. It's a place with deep historical and religious significance for billions of people worldwide. On the other side we have Iran, a much larger country located further east, in a region often called the Middle East or Western Asia. Iran is a major power with a rich Persian history and significant influence across the region. For decades, these two nations have been locked in a tense standoff, a sort of Cold War filled with proxy conflicts and harsh rhetoric. But direct, large-scale military confrontation was something the world hoped to avoid. The simmering tensions finally boiled over in the second week of June 2025. The catalyst, according to Israeli intelligence, was the assertion that Iran was on the verge of developing a nuclear weapon, crossing a red line that Israel had long warned it would not tolerate. This assessment, however, was a point of contention globally. Just a few months prior, in March, the American Director of National Intelligence had stated that Iran was not actively building a weapon. But the Israeli government, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and a newly convinced President Trump in the United States, claimed the situation had changed dramatically, and that immediate action was necessary to prevent a catastrophic shift in the regional balance of power. This disagreement over intelligence highlights a crucial aspect of modern conflicts. Information itself can be a battlefield. For its part, Iran has always maintained that its nuclear program is for peaceful energy purposes only. From Tehran's perspective, the Israeli strike was an unprovoked act of aggression, a blatant violation of its national sovereignty designed to cripple its scientific and technological progress. The Iranian government framed the attack as part of a long-standing Western and Israeli campaign to keep Iran weak and isolated, vowing that such a brazen assault would not go unanswered. The stage was thus set not just for a military clash, but for a clash of narratives. The fighting began on a Friday, a day of worship and rest in much of the region, shattering any semblance of peace. Israel launched a series of unprecedented and highly coordinated airstrikes. The primary targets were not just military bases but the very heart of Iran's nuclear infrastructure. Facilities at Natanz, Isfahan, and the heavily fortified Fordo site were hit, in an operation Israel claimed had set back the nuclear program by years. This was not a small clandestine operation, it was a loud and clear declaration that the decades-old shadow war had turned hot, pulling two of the region's most powerful militaries into direct, open conflict for the first time. The immediate aftermath of the initial Israeli strikes was chaotic and deadly. Iran, reeling from the attack on its sovereign territory, did not hesitate to retaliate. Within hours, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, or IRGC, unleashed waves